know, every year I'd make a trip to Louisiana. James Peters, Captain James, Osprey Charters, one of the best guys to be with. I look forward to it every year, and last year I wasn't able to make it possible, but this year we did, to come and film with him. Never disappointed with James. We'll have a great time. You got the Cobia on.
Mighty hot, man.
Watch it, don't get it.
Get the gaff, get the gaff.
Oh, that's him right there. That's him. Oh,
Oh, Mike's got him a decent one.
Well, we're here, Matt. Venice, Louisiana, once again, our annual trip. We're with the best in the business. Osprey Charters.
We've been here a few times.
What do we got going on today?
Well, I believe the captain said we are going to be snapper fishing, start with some red snapper, maybe yank some mangoes out, and then if we get all that done, see if we can do a couple sword drops, get lucky.
Man, that sounds awesome. You know, one nice thing about here, you never know what you're going to catch, and the variety's unbelievable.
That's it. We got good weather, so I intend it going to be a good day. A little bit of flim-flam possibly in the works.
Lots of fish. You catch more fish, you got to have more flim-flam.
Yeah, definitely. We're ready, and this is going to be a good one. I guarantee you that.
Got a good crew too, a fishy crew.
But Steve,
we're bringing Jason with us. They call it the 94-pound wahoo.
Yes, we got the big dog Jason with us, so we're going to tear him up. And we got Captain, the big Captain, Captain Steve, Captain Bone.
Everybody's a captain.
Everybody's a captain on this boat. So, looking forward to it. Let's tear them up, buddy.
The game plan coming up with James and filming's probably we're going to target snapper, rig fishing. We got a little bit of wind. We don't really want to run 70, 80 miles, 3-foot seas. We're here for 10 days. So the filming trip's going to consist of bottom fishing, red snapper, and maybe get some mangoes, kobia. We've caught scamp before. Just a number of things.
Hey, on the way out there, see a shrimp boat like we did, what do? You stop behind it. So a lot of times there's tunas behind there. This time we stopped a bunch of Bonito, tons of them, whacking the surface. Really cool, good shots of that, as you can see. And we had a good time doing that. Use them for bait mostly, cut bait. And I saw a big cobia running by, so I grabbed a rod, sight casted it, got him in. Nice fish. Worked out good so far.
You got the Cobia on. Don't get
Mighty hot, man.
Watch it. Don't get it.
Get the gaff. Get the gaff. Let him run a little bit.
Come jumping out of the water.
Yeah, you don't want to that other line up. Grab the spool if you have to.
I wouldn't
Steve.
let Bone gaff the
Bonito.
cobia.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cobia.
He comes back. Bone comes back. My boy Bone comes back. That's what I'm talking about, sir. Redemption.
You know, you never know, Matt.
You never know.
First spot, pull up, catching some bait, and this nice one rolls up.
Yeah, he'll eat. He looks pretty good. He's got a little hole in him. What happened to him?
Yeah, it was a good gaff shot.
Think that hurts?
Brought him in green. That's the way you want to do it.
That's
When
it.
he comes by to look at the boat, pull him in.
Pull him in. Let him
Awesome
flap
job,
around.
bro.
It's a way to
You've
start.
been missing them all week.
No, Bone's
glad
been
they're
missing
starting
them.
to come in.
I got a couple good ones.
You know, every time Mahoney comes, I love it. I feel like I've known him for 20 years. He actually always fished with one of my best friends, and he got to be such a friend of ours. Literally, we were like his personal cheerleaders. Every time he'd bring his boat down, we'd literally, root him on, show him where to go, and just always had fun. And then finally one day Mike comes up to me and he's like, hey, I'm so tired of bringing my boat down here, paying for the fuel, towing it, having to deal with all my idiot friends. I want to start chartering you. He said, Brandon Brent said that you were, Brandon Brent is who he fished with his whole life, down here, at least his Venice career. I was honored, just knowing Mike Mahoney's everything. I grew up, I didn't grow up, but I went to college in Tampa, so I knew Mahoney's well. But super swell guy, I love him, great friend.
When I think back to Louisiana and how many fish I've caught here, it's, real similar to Tampa Bay. The variety you can catch, a little bit windy, you can go on either side of the river. And when I think back to Louisiana, my biggest wahoo, my biggest triple tail, my biggest red snapper, cobia, I mean, there's a long list of biggest fish and bucket list fish that you catch right here. I caught my first blue marlin last year on stand-up. It was my third one total. Loved it. I mean, James is the guy to go with, and big fish are here.
Get ready, Hardiman. This one's yours. Get ready, Hardiman. Get ready, Hardiman. Here, give me the gaff, Hardiman. Get it, Hardiman. Oh, yeah.
You have no idea
I'm
what
a hooker. You're going to want to keep them out of the motors. You're going to need to get them a little closer. Oh, yeah. You don't trust Matty. You don't trust him. I do like a backup. No, he's not right there. He's a little deeper than you think. Nope.
Oh, beautiful.
I didn't even go for it.
Beautiful.
No, I didn't even try. I just wasn't the right shot. There he goes. Oh, you little slag, Hardiman. Good job, good job, good job, Boney. Hey, Boney, that's the way to do it, sir. That's the way.
That's the way.
He says that's the way. That's the way I was told. Good job, Hardiman.
Can't believe you missed.
I didn't miss. I just didn't take the shot.
How'd the backup get it if you didn't miss?
No, well, one's on one side, one's on the other.
Somebody was playing
It's
backup.
a 50-50 shot.
It was backup.
No, we're prepared.
Flam.
A flim, yeah.
You know, Matt's trying to jump ahead on everything. We had a cobia come in, I believe, and it wasn't the first time. And Matt's done about everything good on a boat now after a few years of babysitting him. And he wanted that gaff. And of course, you know, if you don't really know how to gaff, you shouldn't be gaffing a cobia. Matt swing and a miss. Luckily, Bone was right there. Get the gaff in the fish, in the box. Thanks, Bone, for backing Matt up. You know, here in Louisiana, it seems like a lot of the fish haven't even seen people or boats. They're not spooky of them. You'll have cobia, triple tail, redfish, everything swim right next to the boat. And to see those fish explode on a boat literally a few feet away is just, it's incredible to experience. My first trip here 20-something years ago was in Fouchon, and I knew at that point I'd come every year.
Got him.
Got it. There you go. All right. Good job, Bo.
Got him, Jason.
Get in, Jason. Go through that ain't 36 or 37 inches, whatever.
It might be.
You know, the best thing I like about Osprey Charters, for one, he's an owner-operator. He's had the guy Bone, his mate, underneath him, and they just fish hard. There's a lot of people to fish out there. There's a lot of fish that are caught, a lot of good captains. I personally have known James for a long time, probably introduced to him over 20 years ago through the ballets, good people that own Venice Marina. But it's just his dedication. You know, some people go out and they just fish for a certain amount of time and leave, and he's got the drive to catch fish for sure. You know, Matt, now we're up here snapper fishing. We've been here all week, and it seems like this spot we've spent less than an hour on every day. 10, 12, 8 snappers.
Yesterday I think we were limited out by 9:30, and Hardiman caught a monster. There's some big boys here.
Had big boy grunting, didn't he?
It did.
Yeah, that's what's nice about this whole
He had to put his
fishery.
belt and glove on, you know.
Old belt boy.
Belt boy and buckle
That's
boy.
what he is now, belt boy.
Yeah, but this
Wears a
spot
little
right here, was it pipeline crossing?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That's what he said. There's no real rigs around here. There's some pretty close, but
And
it's
we can
what's
drop
on
at
these.
different depths, way
Yeah.
down, way up, in
Just
the middle.
finding them.
Yep.
This
and-
fishery's incredible. We've already caught a couple cobia, trying to get bait, swam right to the boat. They wanted to be a rider.
They wanted
huh?
to. They wanted to. They
Wanted
wanted
to
a hole
die.
in them. Yeah, wanted a little
Yeah,
stinger. you
it
know.
happened.
Yeah.
We gave it to them. So Let's get them rigged up and catch some of these snapper.
Let's see what we got. Let's do it, Bubba.
Man, this year so far, red snapper been on time. We've been dropping different depths, anywhere from 130 to 210, and we've been bringing up some monsters. Got to give credit to Jeff Hardiman. He's brought up the big boys so far every day. Big red snapper, good times. I think by 9:30 we limited out on red snapper already.
He's not a monster. He's a boxer, but he's not a monster. A little bitter, a little pukey. A little pukey.
This time of year is always my favorite. You know, when June comes, it's the start of the billfish season. All the billfish tournaments start happening, the rip lines move in. That's really when the Gulf Stream, you know, the main Gulf Stream in the Gulf really starts pumping, and it starts pushing that beautiful blue water with all the sargasso grass, the dolphin, the mahi, you know, pretty much all the pelagic fish. And that's what I've done my whole life. So that's what I love the most. And that's probably part of the reason I like Mike, even though Mike is a snapper guy. He likes fishing snapper more than anything. Got blue marlin jumping on the rip line, tuna catching everywhere, and he wants to go fish snapper. That's Mike.
Big bait, big fish, I hope. Dropping down to about 160 and see what we can get. Maybe I'll go 180. Got the counter on the reel. We're there.
Oh, Mike's got him a decent one. A little bigger, I think.
You know, the red snapper fishery here has just always been incredible. I haven't really seen a decline whatsoever in the 20-something years I've been coming. And to limit out almost every day within an hour, 2 per person quick, is just incredible. I think I don't necessarily agree with the way commercial and recreational is split up on the fishery, because I really don't see a problem whatsoever in red snapper. Every day is just, you know, I mean, there's people that come out here and have a tough time catching them, but there's people like James that know where to go. And when you pull up, I mean, one of the first spots we went to, you pull up, it's not even on a rig. It's a crossing of a rig underwater. Which you'd never even know by driving. I've fished these oil rigs for, like I said, 20 years catching red snapper, but there's a lot of spots in between them red snapper get too.
He doesn't want to come up. He wants to go to the rig. He wants to go to the rig. He's a little upset. This one right here. He doesn't want to come up. Wants to go back to the rig. He's blowing bubbles.
Well, when I'm fishing with Matt, you have to have a lot of patience, thick skin, lots of humor. You know, you got to just kind of like take him with a grain of salt a little bit out there. That's for sure. He's definitely a rare breed. We've been coming down here for about probably 20-something years with Mike, and Matt's kind of a newcomer, been around for a few years, and you know, he's brought a lot of fun to the game a little bit, and some humor, and you know, he's a little off, you know, so we have to, you know, laugh at his stuff and make sure that, you know, he's all good, you know. Of course, he chases the shade all day and, you know, tries to find the fluffiest bean bag. So we call him the shade chasing, you know, bean bag snatcher and stuff like that. So, you know, that's kind of Matt, you know. Run for the bean bags and run for the shade, and then talk a lot of crap and then run back for some more shade, and, you know, and that's it. A lot of flam for sure.
Next spot, mangoes. Pull up, tie up to the rig, see what we can get.
Show
A lot of
them up, see if
cobia
we can
sitting
pull them
here.
out. Got some cobia here the other day. Hardiman got a grouper off the bottom. Hardiman's got one. It looks like it might be another red snapper.
These rigs are unbelievable.
They got
for
everything
sure.
on them. Who knows what you're gonna get, but we're going for mangoes here.
Small mangoes. Small baits.
Mango. We get up to this other rig. Finally, Steve's turn again. I had to calm Steve down. You know, he wanted to slap box me, and I was like, Steve, it's not like that. It's just the principalities of what you taught me, Steve. Not, you know, this isn't pick on Steve day. Well, it is. It's pick on everybody day, but not particularly a personal attack on Steve. But it's finally Steve's turn, and boom, what does he catch? The cobia, bucket list boy catches his big cobia, 10 foot of mono coming out, leader. He got him, did good. I'm proud of Steve. Bring him to me, Stevie, bring him to me.
There's another one.
Another one, another one, another one, another one.
Bring him to me, Stevie.
3 of them.
Get over there.
Hold
Hey,
it.
follow
Don't
your captain. Get on that.
stick them. Good job. Good job, Stevie.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. That's the one we lost yesterday.
It is. Good job, Boney Hardiman.
Yeah!
Hardiman, whack him, Hardiman. I don't care. You ain't bothering me, you know that. Come on, a little hotter, Hardiman. Little hotter, Hardiman. One more Hardiman.
No, I ain't done.
No, he's got one more in him. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Hardiman.
Not only did Steve catch this big cobia, but it was the one Bone lost the day before. Had 9 foot a leader and the hook still in his mouth. That was pretty cool. You know, we were really upset the day before that we lost him, and Steve got him. Bucket list boy. I don't know if Steve's got a slot on his bucket list for recatching a cobia the next day, but put it on your list, Stevie.
Get him, Steve. Get him, Steve. See, I save you the big one. All right, this one right here is the one we lost yesterday. Stevie,
Yep,
what do you think?
got him.
Stevie got him. Look, we see another hook. We see line. This is the one we lost yesterday. Stevie got him.
Got him.
Stevie had him. Good job, Stevie.
You know, it's I come here every year, and my goal is to fill the box with meat under my legal limits, and we usually succeed pretty good. If something's small or not right for the fishery, I remember our first swordfish we caught with James a year or 2 ago. It was legal, but it wasn't really something you want to bring in, a juvenile. James is really into sword fishing. He suggested we let it go, and we let it go. But when those fish are big, you can bet they're going in the box. Well, at the beginning of the day, we started out pulling up to the shrimp boat. We wanted the croakers, best mangrove bait around, really. We're throwing them in, we're getting chum. We did real well the other day. They're kind of just not cooperating today. We got a handful of them, got a couple nice ones. Actually, all of them are pretty nice.
Yeah.
But really, you can't
Hit or
really,
miss.
Yeah, you can't reel the reel. So I'm going to go through it and show you. I'm going to throw a bait close to the rig, and as it drifts back, I'm feeding that line and getting to the back of the boat.
Keeping slack. A little bit of slack.
Yep. And you don't want it to get tight on the rod. It'll lift it out. You're really better off walking to the back of the boat, because you're never going to be able to reel a 10-pounder when he hits. You're going to have to walk back, get him away from the rig, then reel him in. But
Drags are tight. We'll run them to the back and see what we can do.
let's see if we can get one.
Let's try. Nice, Mike. That's why they call him
Mango Mike.
Mango Mike.
No, I got him.
So here we are. This is why they call him Mango Mike. Nobody can catch mangoes, but Mr. Mahoney can. He's Mango Mike. Here, let Hardiman hold him. Mango Mike. Good job, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
After a long day, you know, we're all tired packing fish, ice in coolers. Well, not Steve, I was doing all that. Oh, and laundry, Steve, I did that too. Oh, good. I'm just kidding. But, you know, you with your buddies, the whole thing is we mess with each other, but we all are good buddies. We love each other. You know, it's all fun and games, a little flim flam, that's what we do. But time to get back home and cook it up. I'm gonna cook a feast for these guys, and I know they're gonna appreciate it, but I'm not doing the dishes. See, here's my tip of the day. Not that anybody cares, but the windmill, when it comes to a condiment, it's very, very important. I don't know how many of y'all out there have Had ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard in a squeeze bottle, even hot sauce, maybe salad dressing, any of the above. You think you got enough. Oh, you forgot, from the store. Well, you're making your meal and oh, I run out. I mean, you put that cap on, baby, and you put it upside down and you do that windmill. If you're from the trailer park in the hood, you'll know what I'm talking about. Trust me on this one, it works. And then when you run out, if you're from not the most richest part of town, you can do the windmill and get a little bit more. Just when you thought you were out, see? One good squirt.
One of the things about this show is I try to keep it different from the other shows. Those guys are good at what they do and we all learn from it, but I just wanted to bring something a little different to the stage. And Matt is definitely different. When you say the word weirdo, he's there. He fits, he's poster boy for weirdo. That's exactly what it is. But once in a while, the student teaches the teacher. And that whole windmill thing with the garlic and the mayonnaise when we were cooking fish up, I learned something. And you can bet I'm gonna look around before I do it. I don't think I want people to see me doing it. And I hope it doesn't throw my shoulder out. I'm gonna give it a try because I hate when I run out of something and I'm trying to eat something. Maybe the windmill will help. I hope it will.